Hello, everybody. Welcome back to WWTF. We want the best game show, Mike C.
And
God,
I'm Fred White.
I just blanked because I don't have Fred in front of my face, so I can't see him, y'all.
All right, y'all. Before we get started, man, we want to say congratulations to Tyrone Best and of course who else, Racc, who were the only two people that participated in the Spider-Man 2 raffle, $5 raffle. So we want to congratulate them on their wins. Ty will get his copy Monday. Actually, I'm meeting up with him to give him his copy. And I had a little illness, so I didn't mail Chimmy's out until I think Friday, and he's getting it Monday as well. So Chimichunga, Racc, this is the same person, man. So congratulations to them. But speaking of Spider-Man, we're talking about Spider-Man. It's exclusively on the PlayStation 5. You can go out and get it now on digital as well. And how much space do we need to allocate this monstrous game for, Mike?
About 90 gigs of space you need for it to run this wonderful game called Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, just wonderful. Just 90 gigs, man. Man. So, Mike, let's start talking about it, man. Let's talk about Spider-Man 2 exclusively on PlayStation 5. Let's speed up some of the stuff first. All right. No, you can't.
Go ahead.
Now I'm speeding up. I just found a new trick inside of OBS. You can speed up the footage. Of course, this isn't our footage. I had to download this from the internet, so this is somebody else's gameplay footage. So Mike, let's start it off, man. What is our first category of rating this game?
So graphics.
What are we giving it, Mike?
Phenomenal, man. Five with an exception.
5 with an exception. Okay. Mike, I'm going to give it 4.
You're gonna give it 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I tell you why. Because some of the things that was presented and before this game came out wasn't true to fact, and we all know that. You know, these games when they show them at Gamecom or wherever it's at, we know not to rely on that. Hey, that is the final product. But there's some gripes. I do love the game, but there are some gripes being that it's on a next gen console that I thought they could have did better. Again, I'm not a developer. I'm an amateur animator, so I'm just critiquing because I own the game, so I could do that. But to me, it's like as far as like the building structures, I think that if you compare it against PS4, I don't think you really see a big difference.
I disagree with you on that.
Okay.
Well, with that, see, that's why I love the gaming show. Even though me and Fred still cool, we can have our disagreements. So basically, the building structures, I thought they did a phenomenal job between the building and the traffic. Okay, because you have a lot more sprites and everything, far as traffic and building, as well as the reflections of the scenery, like the ray tracing, as well as if you go to look at the water and stuff like that. The water looks phenomenal compared to what it looked like before. If you do a side-by-side comparison, man, he's like, ew, why was I playing this? You know what I'm saying? It's one of those things, like you try to play an old game back in the day, like, man, I love this game like this. What was wrong with me? But yeah, as far as that, I think they really, environmentally, they really took it to the next level, as far as for me. But you were saying about the buildings and stuff, Fred. Go ahead and speak your piece, bro.
Yeah, so to me, it seemed like when they presented this game a couple of years ago, the buildings were more detailed than what they are now. And again, that may be my fault because, again, I don't have a TV that's capable enough to run this thing on its highest settings. So The TV that I have, uh, it supports the PlayStation, no problem. But I think if I got one of these more expensive, like 8K TVs, I would see a dramatic difference in then what I'm seeing now, and as far as like the refresh rates and stuff like that. But like overall, I mean, I like I love the graphics, right? I love the graphics. I love the the cinematic stuff. That is just that the buildings are something that that I just can't, like, being on a next gen console. And I guess because the game is so massive, stuff like that, they didn't really take details into like the innards of the buildings. It's not like you're playing PUBG where you can enter in some of the buildings and you can actually go on each floor, and or Call of Duty or something like that, where the map is not that huge, but you can actually go inside of the buildings and look into, well, even The Last of Us, when you're able to go inside buildings and look at small stuff that's really detailed. I think that that would have been a kicker. But when you're playing the game, you're not fighting inside of a lot of buildings. I would say, I think it's half and half of being outside and then being indoors. It's only like when you do certain missions and stuff like that when you're going indoors. So you don't have, it's not open world as far as you can go inside of these buildings. But overall, I do think the graphics are way better than what Miles Morales or Spider-Man had to offer. But yeah, but I still give it a 4 on the buildings, on the building structure.
Okay. You good then, Fred? We still cool. All right. Let's go to gameplay.
Gameplay,
I gave it a 5, man. This is freaking awesome as far as just the controls and just what you could do, and just the amount of stuff you can do as well too, man. It's a lot of stuff you can do. Hours and hours. I think they said the gameplay is about 20 hours, I think.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of stuff to do, and I'll talk about the story when we get in the storyline. But just the gameplay, just the first time you actually initiate your suit and stuff like that, man. Awesome, bro. It's just the controllers. The controllers are freaking awesome in this game. When you got to do, as far as the Prowler, they really use all the aspects of this DualSense controller, as far as the feel and the vibration and stuff like that. They really they putting this controller all throughout, as far as what you do, even the Mysterio type of events you got to do and stuff like that, man. So gameplay wise, man, top notch, man. You will have fun playing this game, and the hours will melt away.
Yeah, phenomenal. I give it this 5 as well. Hey, this is a massive environment.
Yeah,
I mean, wow, man. It's so many places that you can explore with both of these Spider-Mans, and before I actually played it, I was wondering how was they going to integrate Miles and Peter together.
Right. Oh, bro.
With the ability to switch characters, you can have Peter on one side of the island, and you can have Miles on the other side of the island.
Oh, bro. I'm glad you mentioned that too. Go ahead, keep going. Something just popped in my head.
And then some stuff like if you go to an objective that Miles is that Peter needs to do, he'll swoop right in and be like, I got it, and you'll take over him. You know what I'm saying? Because there was an instance where he had to do something, some addresses that he had to check out, and I was Peter, and then it switched over to Miles because he was like, I have it. You know what I'm saying? And I was kind of confused because both the suits I had him wear was identical with the cape. I was like, oh, okay. But yeah, man, the gameplay on here, the fighting combos that's on here, it's not a one button masher on this thing. The ability to unlock certain moves and stuff like that, man. I mean, this game, I'm glad they took the time that they did to make this game. And you were saying something, Mike?
Yeah, and the difficulty of this game as well too, which is really good, man. This is a difficult game. You just ain't going to just bulldoze through these people, man. You got to upgrade. You got to use strategy. You got to block. You got to defend. Like you said, it is not no button mashing. And I love the speediness of this game. As far as when you do a fast travel, it's like instantaneous. And how they do it, they pull you back from the map, aka GTA. They pull you back from the map, then they zoom you in, and then you just fly like you're coming around the screen and stuff when you fly onto the screen. It's like the coolest type of intros I ever seen in the game. Just how they place it, because you feel like Spider-Man in this game, man. Which I love because it really encapsulates all the facets of Spider-Man, man. So I get excited talking about this, man, because this is a phenomenal type of gameplay and game, bro.
And one of the abilities that I love, and correct me if I'm wrong, that they just implemented was that web line where you can make your own path up in the air, so you can silently collect these guys and finish them off, man. That was awesome, man. And Peter and Miles has that ability. So I'm glad that they didn't just give all the abilities to one character. And, well, I mean, they do have their own abilities as far as Miles, but some of their action performances, as far as like the web slinging and stuff like that, both of them possess the same thing. So that was...
Go ahead.
I love that, man. That was top notch.
Yeah, I like how you mentioned about the skill tree. So it's ways however you want to play, man. You can facet your character of what you want to unlock first and stuff like that. But like I said, there's tons of stuff for you to do, man. You will be in this game for hours and hours on it, and you'll have fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? And as far as, like I said, the difficulty in this game, man, don't think you just gonna be you gonna be Spider-Man just killing everybody and taking out people, man. You got to think about how you tackle stuff and how you go to get into these different situations.
And speaking of skill tree, not only can you update Miles's and Peter's, but you can update a skill tree where they both perform moves together. Now that I like that, because you have 3 different options, man. I just love the way how they integrated both of these characters together to make them perform in this one game, man.
Oh yeah, and also the assist too. I love the ability as far as to assist. Miles will come in, or either different characters that you're playing with will come in and help you. You know, take down some of these bigger foes that you run across in the world. So, which is really cool. All right, so let's jump into storyline. Phenomenal, bro. 5, bro. 5. And you got a lot of stuff going on at one time, but still, man, the main story, phenomenal. And you get a lot of side missions and stuff like that, just to let you know about this world that's living and breathing. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, it feels like an environment. It doesn't feel like it's a fake type environment. It feels like it's a living, breathing city. So, which is cool as heck, man.
What are we talking about again? Gameplay?
Storyline.
Now, the storyline is great. It's a tearjerker at times if you go enough into the story. If you like a real emotional cat over Spider-Man, it's some heartaches, some disappointments, some ups and some downs with this game. And I mean, this is a person that's not into the Marvel universe, or don't know. I'm not going to say I'm not into the Marvel universe, but don't know the history of it dating back to the comic books. But man, it was just refreshing to see a game that had excellent gameplay, excellent graphics. Again, that the buildings aren't as good as they are to me as they are to Mike, but to combine all of that stuff together, and the amount of room that you have in this game to explore. And the one thing I forgot to mention is that, you know how in other games, like if you fall into the water, you're dead.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Well,
this one is not the case.
They know how to swim. So,
yes, they do.
So
yes, they do.
That was I'm glad they implemented that, man, because there's so many games that, you know, you could play an Aquaman game and he jump into the water and then he dies. Like, damn, he talked to fish. What's going on, bro? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, the gameplay is just awesome.
Oh man, how about the introduction? As far as when you first come in, just I love how the game explains on on how you how to do things as well too, which is I know we're probably jumping back to gameplay as well too, but that's part of the story as well because you start in, going through the city and you fight your first big bad, which is Sandman. I think that was a beautiful first introduction as far as with the city and you seeing you and Miles team up and everything like that, and that was just a phenomenal experience. You felt powerful and it was just fun as heck, man.
Yeah. And actually, you're speaking of Sandman, the video that they're watching, they're fighting Sandman right now. So, yeah.
So we're going to get down to replayability, bro.
Replayability.
Man, you're going to be playing this for a while. Even though you probably beat main storyline mission, there's going to be a bunch of stuff you haven't completed unless you're a completionist to like to take out all the side missions before you tackle your main story. That's probably the only way, but it's a lot of stuff. The next time through, there is some more stuff to open up as well too. So I haven't made it to the next time on through yet, but I'll let you guys know what I think about that. But yeah, man, just far as this is one of the replayable games. I remember when I first beat the first Spider-Man or whatever, I came through to play it, and there probably will be some DLC later on down the line, like they did with the other Spider-Man, as far as for this game. But there's a lot more stuff they can do with this world. I heard stuff about different characters like Wolverine and Daredevil and stuff like that. So we'll see what they have to offer us in the future.
Replayability, man. You're going to want to pick this game up again after you defeat it. If you don't go through all the side missions and stuff like that. So that's the stuff that you want to do. Now, I'm not even at maybe like a 30% completion rate, and I have so much far to go. 20 hours into this game, you have a lot of stuff to do, man. You have a lot of exploring to do. You have a lot of Easter eggs to find. So if you don't find all that, even after you do complete the game, you haven't completed all the side missions. You can actually go back in there and redo that. So I mean, there's hours and hours of endless gameplay that you can do with this game. I mean, you can have it. This game will last you at least. I would go as far as stretch to say a year to play this game. Other games, you can play and then put down and move on to the next one within a couple of months. This one, you have, I would say, some years. I would say no more than 2 years to play this game if you're, a dad with kids and you don't have a lot of free time. You know what I'm saying? You could take your time and play this game. You know what I'm saying?
Enjoy it. Yeah. This game is meant to be enjoyed. Don't rush through this game, man. No. Enjoy this game, man. Enjoy the story and just enjoy it, man. Because it's a good game, bro. Well, wait till you put on the suit. That's all I got to say is wait till you put on the suit.
Yeah. My thing is to complete all the side objectives, right? But don't burn yourself out. Play like maybe 2-3 hours a day on this game, and then just do all the side missions, get all your gadgets and stuff like that, and then start completing the main missions. I think that's probably the way to do it.
The best way to play, because it's kind of hard to, try to cram all this stuff in because people don't really get to enjoy the game, man. And this is a game that's meant to be enjoyed.
And further down the line, you're going to need more than one button to defeat these enemies. You know what I'm saying? It's not that web slinging and the get over here thing. That's not going to work on all of these enemies, man. You need.
They're going to look at you like, man, get off of me, man.
you got to upgrade your game. You got to upgrade your gear with this one, man.
Yes, sir, man. Fred, that's it, brother.
I guess let's go ahead and do a final verdict, Mike.
Final verdict, Fred.
Didn't mess up that time. Knock on wood. All right. So, Mike. Buy or rent this game?
Man, buy this game, man. This is a necessity. You got PlayStation 5, you should have this game, bro. Get this junk. This is one of the games that's like a console seller. You know what I'm saying? Like how God of War was. This is another like God of War type of game, man. Spider-Man 2. Get this game, bro. Buy it. You won't be disappointed.
It's definitely a buy in my book. Definitely a buy in my book. You cannot go wrong with this game, man. I mean, geez, and some people may say, do you have to play Spider-Man and or Miles Morales to complete this?
So, and the good thing about this game too, they do a story so far. You know what I'm saying? So they give you like snippets on what happened with Spider-Man and Miles Morales. But to get the full enjoyability out of this whole thing, you should play the 3 games, bro. Do the Spider-Man, do the Miles Morales, and then do the Spider-Man 2. Yeah. That's my recommendation.
Or you could treat it like Star Wars. You can watch the Darth Vader death and then watch him as a young kid. You know what I'm saying? I mean, either way, you could play this thing however you want to play. But like Mike said, it's recommended you play all 3 of these games, man, so you can get the full story of it. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to, but it's recommended. So when you get this, Black Friday is coming up pretty soon. I know Miles Morales is going to be a cheap buy, and Spider-Man is going to be a cheap buy. Get those, and you know what I'm saying, after you complete this one, go ahead and play that one, man. I mean, it's play it how you want to play it, man, but definitely play this game, man. This is the best series other than, I would say, The Last of Us. This is the best series that's out right now on Spider-Man. This is nothing like Dino Crisis. When you had Dino Crisis came out, oh man, hell of a game. And then you had Dino Crisis 2 and then 3, and like, what the fuck did they do to this game? You know what I'm saying? Nah. That's how that is, man. But yeah.
Yep. All right, so is that about it?
Yeah. Now, y'all, please don't forget, watch tomorrow's episode of Mario Wonder. If anybody want to participate in the 10 questions that you must answer to get a copy of Mario Wonder exclusively on the Nintendo Switch, we're only looking for 2 contestants. It's $10 a piece. If you win the game, then, you know, as always, anything won on the Gamer Show here, we will ship it out to you at your cost, okay? And if nobody plays that game, well, that game's gonna go to the next thing that I'm talking about, the Pac-Man challenge. All right, we're starting this. Actually, we started last week. So if anybody wants to participate in that, the Pac-Man challenge, you maintain your high score over the course of December the 25th, and you will get some hella prizes. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to give away a VR headset, but we need more people to participate in that. And then we still have the Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 $5 raffle that you can enter in to win a copy of that on the PlayStation or the Xbox. All physical copies, and all, if you're not local to the DMV, you must provide shipping costs so it can get to you. But yeah, that's it, Mike.
All right, bro. And like always, you guys can hit us up at thagamersshow@gmail.com. Just Game Show with an A. Don't forget to hit the Facebook store page. Don't forget to hit that notification bell when we drop videos like these. Tell people about what we do here at the Gamer Show. And don't forget about those contests. Participate. You might have a chance to win, brother.
All right. And please remember to like and subscribe to all our social media networks. And we'll see you next time on WWTF.
What the facts?
Gamer Show.
See you next time. Keep watching as always. Thanks for tuning in. Peace, y'all.
Later, y'all.